your old buddy Mikerowchip here, playing Trainz 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is the UMR episode 43. It is 43, right? I just looked this up. Where is it? There it is. 43. It is 43. And we're here with Sean. He's in his old-fashioned engine here. And he is in Selkirk, where he just picked up 20 people. And now he's going to head off to Grantley. That's where this episode is going to start. Okay, so let's ring that bell. All aboard. Who's going aboard? No. There we go. No. There we go. Navigate to... Where did I say we're going? Grantley? Grantley. And we're going to go on platform 1. Here we go. And when we get there... No. I want to do this way. There we go. And when we get there, we're going to load. All right. On his way. There we go. The old blue Comet cars. You gotta love them because I'm not using any other ones. Looks like they cleared it out here in Selkirk. Well, maybe not completely. He's just saying goodbye. He's going to go back to his car. Let's see what the price of gas is. It's original professional. All right. That's a good price for gas. Is there a sign up here somewhere? Nope. That's it. That looks like 3 something. What am I worried about that for? Okay. Come back over here now. There we are. So it is currently 9:41 in game time. We'll watch them till 9:46. And, of course, we're going to go to the line side camp. I got to watch that time, make sure it's going to update. They just did to 42, so it's good. It's working correctly. We were in chase view for just a fraction of a second. Well, probably a little bit. Well, no, it might have been a fraction of a second. Beautiful. Still crawling along at 15 mile an hour here. Still haven't cleared that siding. I don't remember the passenger cars having such great sounds out of them. The truck sounds are fantastic on this. There he goes. Now he's got the okay for 60. I don't think he's on a restricted or approach or anything like that. Sean should be able to open it up all the way. Start shoveling coal, boys. Like we're headed up. We're headed up the mountain. You think he's on half speed, but the speed is still going up. It's like he's on an approach or something, you know? No, maybe it's just the incline is causing him some problems. Now he's getting up close to max speed. We're out here in God's country. I've heard that term before. I think it means they're out in the middle of the woods, right? It's where nature prevails. Or they call it God's country. I don't know. Lots of cameras. Here we go. He's maxed out at 60. Got a green. Doing my Tidewater video, and it's really stacking up. The cars and the trains are really stacking up. That didn't really happen on this route. I mean, in my yards it stacks up, but nowhere else. This thing is so huge, so it's impossible to... No, let's not say impossible. It's more difficult to become that crowd. All right, so we're at 46 right now. Why don't I put you guys on pause, and I'll figure out what we're doing next. We are up here in, where are we? Dunford. We're in Dunford with Andrea. I don't think we've ever been in Dunford. I don't recall ever being here. So, I mean, I have in the past, just not in this series. Anyway, so we're here in Dunford. We got some things to do. We got to drop off a bunch of these gondolas full of I-beams. I got to deliver those. There's 22 of them delivered to Dunford Nordstrom. Nordstrom? Isn't that like a fancy shopping mall store? I don't know. And then there's the TOFCs that have to go to the intermodal here in Dunford. And then that's more of the same, more of the same, more of the same. Then these box cars are just going to be put here on the storage tracks so the Cornell Canning Company can use them when they need them. And then finally, we have the grain cars, which are also empty, just going to be dropped off. Now, these here on the end are propane tanks, and they are headed to Fenton. So he's got one more stop to do after he works these industries here. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is is we're going to back, we're first going to, the easiest thing to do first, I think anyway, is to back these into the 2FC, into the intermodal yard, so the TOFCs can be unloaded. So let's do that first. Chachi. Okay, so let's back this up. Yeah, the bell. Can't hear it. It's ringing. Heard the horn, though. We're on controls. There we go. All right. So we're going to want to back all the way back to the boxcars here. Now, these are all set, right? Why do I hear air leaking? Let's go this way. And then did I just check these? I think I just did. That should be good, right? We need any longer than that, I would think. Okay. So we're going to back these up until they get past. This is the switch, right? So if we go to this switch here, then we can go right into the intermodal yard. Yeah. Right, so that's what we want. There's our first intermodal. I didn't pass an intermodal. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. There's no other intermodal cars on this train. All right. In fact, we're gonna back them further past that. We're gonna back them past this switch right here just to make sure they are completely clear. We can throw this switch while we're standing here as a conductor. All right. Oops. Here he comes. Train's got 57 cars. It's pulling a cut 57 cars long. go. We'll slow it down right there. A lot of banging and bonging right there. There we go. Wait for the slack action to play out. You don't want to step in between the cars when slack action's happening. There we go. So we'll apply the handbrakes. And forward. If I remember correctly, I looked, but, you know, I forget. At the front of this train, I think he's got the lead engine is a C40 8W. Then the middle train, the middle power is a GP40-2. And then in the end, the trailing engine is a ES44 DC. Pretty sure that's right. I feel relatively confident in those answers. Okay, this one here, there's two switches. I don't have to wait till I get over there. All right. Here we go. Now we'll back it up again. We'll get a little speed on this time. Get it up near 15. So this one's correct. This one is now correct. And this one is correct. The TOFC facility. They do not call it intermodal. Yeah, there's no way we're going to have that many cars. I have to worry about that switch over there. So let's come back over this way. We'll ride this one for a little bit. Lots of people parked at the station here. In fact, there appear to be more cars than there are people. How is that possible? They must have brought their car with them. Then they got a taxi back to the house. They got their wife's car, and they brought their wife's car up here to park that too. Why not? They're having an affair. That was my wife. That was my wife, and I don't like the fact that my wife just suggested, if you could hear her, that they're having an affair. It's not something you really want to hear your wife say. Okay. There we go. Now we'll slow it down a little bit. A little late on the warning, but they had to have seen us coming already, right? They knew we were here. We radioed in. All right. Now, these things are on wheels, so they can go all the way up to here. We don't want to put it right up next to the fence, but they can drive all the way up here on this nice concrete they got laid out. Now, see, I'm not getting good truck noises now. Why is that? Who knows? The sound in this game can be spotty sometimes. Okay, so this is a bit longer than I thought it was going to be. I think we only got one more after this, or is there a bunch more? I think there's a handful more. All right, so we'll slow that down. About right there, because we're going to push some more in here anyway. What kind of... How are we looking on... Ooh, yeah, we're getting a little close on space. All right. Apply that there. And now forward, please. We're going to take these and shove them onto this track right here. These other cars that are there. Because we still got to get this one into the yard, into the intermodal yard. Then we got these. I don't know, there's 5 or 6 up here that we got to get into the yard, too. All right, let's take a look at the engines, too, while we're up here. Correct me if I'm wrong. C48W GP40-2, or is that an SD? I think it's an SD. And then a oh, it's right here, an ES44. It is a GP40-2, and then it's ES44 DC. Alrighty. Now, we're going to have to run around the train for all these Nordstrom open hoppers here to get the I-beams out of them. All right. Here we go. Slow it down some more. There we go. And waiting for the clear. Clear. Here it comes. So got lots of room on this track yet. So we should be good. Do I really need that right now? I'm going to say no. The switch list is not a necessity at this time. Slow it down just a little bit. A little bit more. And there we go. Let's back this up. Then with this lone TOFC, we'll push it down the track here. Then we'll back up, push the rest of these down this track. Then we'll link up with these here and push them all into the yard at the same time. That sounds efficient. Storage facility over here, huh? Never owned one. Never owned a storage facility. I guess I just don't own enough stuff. There we go. Let's stop that right there. We'll apply it. Decouple. Pull forward. I can hear the bell. This is one of those engines that as soon as you blow the horn, the bell automatically activates. Alrighty. Someone was saying in one of my other videos that they need to learn how to block my outgoings a bit better. I had to look up what that meant. But yeah, block meaning they have to stack it, put the train together in such a way that it is easier, when the engineer gets to where he's going to set out the cars where they need to be set out and to spot the cars. That way, we're not doing what we're doing now. And they're right. I mean, I could do that, but you know how long that would take? Because every time I have a new train coming in and they go onto those tracks, I'd have to, into the bowl, then I'd have to look at what's already on any particular track and try to block it in such a way that all the cars going to the same destination are together. And, no, it's already enough work as it is. So that's a bit too much, even though I'm sure they do that in real life. Plus, to tell the truth, I also apply. Here we go. What am I doing? Here we go. I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. I kind of like moving the engines around like this when they get to their destination. So it's a win-win. Okay, so we got about that much more to go. How much room do we have here? we're good. This is still set for that way. Okay, not the other way. Due to the intermodal yard traffic we have going in there. All right. And we'll clear this one right here. There we go. Stop. Let's back it up. We're going to fly over here. I still don't think I have walking around mode in the automatics yet, do I? No, let's just do that though. Let's go down here. Oh, yeah, I can't do it that way. There we go. It's not WSAD, it's the arrow keys for some reason. Here we go. We're like standing on this fence. The fence is piercing our body. Whoa, where's the... Oh, there it is. Okay. Is it still moving? Oh, why? I've only got it at 10%. What happened? I thought I juiced it. Maybe not. Well, obviously not. Here he comes. Could get closer and get off of the fence. There, now we're inside the fence now. I'm going to slow that down. Nice. Nicely done, Andrea. There we go, and capture. Here we go. Move it along. Now we'll go back into flying around mode. Wait, about top. Wrong way. There we go. Oh, yeah, was about. I'm going to clear it past this one right here. Yeah, those TOFCs at the front here now should be the last ones we need to get. Let me rephrase that. They are the last ones we need to get. Now the question is, are they all going to fit in the yard? No big deal if they don't. But it's still a question. Slow it down here just a bit. Oh! Look at that. I didn't know we had those at the front end. Okay, I thought the these trailer cars were at the front, but they're not. Again, doesn't really change anything. We're still going to stick with our same set of moves. I'll be able to shove these all in here. Santa Fe all the way. Doing a lot of shipping here. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Emergency mute. I think I was successful. Oh, except I'm not successful in this. We gotta pull forward a little bit more. We haven't cleared the switch yet. There it is. There's the clear. Right. And we're going to back it up again. Then feed these all into the TOFC yard, and then we'll be ready for the next part. Which is probably going to be dropping off the box cars and the grain hoppers into the storage yard here. This is the storage yard right here. Here we go. You know how we're going to play this now, because I don't know if this is all going to fit on here. Oh, no, we're not ready to play it yet. I thought we connected to all the cars in the yard yet, but we're a distance away from the yard. There we go. Thinking we'll fit all of them in the yard at the same time, but perhaps not. There we go. A little bit more. All right. Now we'll run it back to the end here. What we're going to do, I'm going to run it back as far as I can get it. We'll see if that fits them all or not. Again, we can't be right up on the fence, especially with these trucks parked here. There's only going to be a certain amount of room for this overhead crane to get the job done. Truck's been sitting there so long, he's made an impression on the cement. Business has been slow here, boys. I'm going to say we're going to call that good. That's what we're going to call it right there. Good. All right, Cat, what are you doing? Come on. I don't know where. Don't step on the keyboard. Don't be crazy. There you go. Get up in your bed. That's a good girl. All right, so now we're going to come here and see where do we end up. Look at that. Huh? Is that good planning or what? Okay, so we're going to apply it here. Decouple. There we go. I've been making shorts from my videos you may or may not have seen. So, of course, I'm making shorts. What I'm doing is going back and like make a short of some of my earliest videos and work my way up, as I go through them all. And I'm noticing the sound on my earlier videos, not real happy with it. But I hear YouTubers say that all the time. They look at their old videos and they're like, I want to go back and change it. But I'm not going to. Because you can hear me pounding on the keys. Well, not, clicking on the keys. I got one of those Razer Lycosa boards or whatever, all light up and everything. I don't know what you call them. But, and it's got those keys that are super clicky on them. That's why I bought it. I kind of liked it. I like the clickiness of it. Click, click, click every time you pick a key. Except now you can hear it in the video. Now I have a better mic than what I started out with, and therefore you don't hear the clicks anymore. They're still happening. You just don't hear them. It's a bit more professional, except that I'm not getting paid by YouTube, so I'm not a professional. But when I start getting paid by YouTube, if I ever make it to 1,000 subscribers, will I then be a professional? That sounds fancy. Alrighty. So now, what are we going to do? Well, there's not too many choices, to tell the truth. I'm trying to think what we're going to do here, because all these tracks converge into the yard besides this one right here. Will take us back out. There's no sense in using that crossover track simply because we're already on this track. Okay. Here we go. All right. So as I was saying, these will have to go to Nordstrom, and they're all blocked together now. Yeah, and then these are all not. Now, there's Nordstrom right there. That's where all the I-beams have to go, and the track connects down there, and it does not connect over here. So that's the last place we got to deliver to. So why don't we pull it forward? I'm trying to think what to do with these old, cars too. With these Procore LPG cars. Let's go forward. No, that's backwards. Let's do it right now. There we go. Sorry, fellas. I messed up. So what if when we pull these up here, we could put like the propanes that are going on to the next thing could go here, right? And deciding number one, and then these could be like for the box cars, and these could be for the grain hoppers, right? And that way, as we're leaving, we can hook on to the propane just before we leave and pull them with us as we leave all together here. Now, I've got to make sure this one here is going to be set like this, because I think we are going to cross it. And then we're going to have to run around it. And there should be more than enough room to run around it, I'm thinking. Yeah, except how would I run around it? There's a runaround track on this side, too. Because if I put the propane, then the grain, then the box cars, then I'd be left only with the hoppers for the I-beams. But then I can't run around it because these three tracks are full. Or do I want to run around it? No, I don't want to run around it. Yeah, I do not want to run around it, because when we go this way, we're going to go back and we're going to come back up this way. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to run around it. All right, problem solved. Very good. You can stop the bell now. Oh, yeah, we're in the middle of the train here. Let's go to the front. Get some quality power video in. Let's go back so we see all three of them. Nice. All right. Of course, this is the joy of having a map this large, although it takes longer to load and stuff like that. Not real long, but it does take a little bit longer to load and to organize it and everything. It seems like it's almost every time I play, whenever I go to a new area, it's like I'm playing on a whole new railroad. Because most of the time I haven't seen it in a while, or not at all. So it's kind of nice. And I do have these set correctly, right? This is going straight ahead, yes. I already did that one way down there, so I'm not going to go check it again. I'm just going to trust that it's correct. So we're going to put these first ones on here. We'll get a nice view of the train going by here. Like we're rail fanning. The hood's awful shiny. Nice. And once we drop all this stuff off here, we're going to take all these cars, run them all the way back down to the other side of Dunford here. I think this is I think Fenton, yeah, Fenton's a little bit further than this. And I think Fenton on this version of the UMR is the farthest you can go in this direction. It's the farthest east you can go. I can look that on my route. I got the route put into the spreadsheet as well, so I keep track of where everything is at. I'm wrong. Ashley is. Where's Fenton at? Oh, Fenton's up the... I see. Yeah, there's another one past Fenton, actually, too. So everything I just said, just go ahead and ignore all that. It's all wrong. Oh, I can hear the crossing going. Probably too late for this. But since we can't see it from our vantage point, we'll just assume that I'm doing this at the right time. And it's lining up correctly. Alrighty. With those three engines he has on this, he's rated at 11,000 horsepower. That's a lot of horsepower. Okay, now we're going to slow it down here just a bit. And a bit more. Stop it. We're going to clear these past this switch right here. Come on back. Temporarily put the Pro Cores on this track, as previously discussed. Here we are. I understand Procore is a Canadian company. Is that true? I don't know. There we go. Stick those right here. Perfect. Then we will decouple. Pull forward. Till we clear this one. Walk over here as a conductor. All right, let's clear this one. Cleared. Now, these cars here that I'm putting on this track here, these covered hoppers, are just going to be stored here until those companies need them. There's two, I think maybe two or three grain companies here, co-ops and whatnot, but really the better place to store would be on the other end, simply because then the trains have to come all over here, get them, and then it's going to have to probably come from this direction to be on the right side of them when they run around them. So, yeah. I mean, I could run them down to the other end of the yard, and it would make them a little bit more easier to access, but then what's the difference if I run it down there now, or if when I bring the next train up here that's got to service those industries, if they got to run all the way down the track? There's really no difference. We'll stick these 5 cars here. Boys are going to be sitting here till we need you. That could be a while. It's just a little yard. Here we go. Fly that right there. And now forward. Let's crunch, crunch, crunch through the ballast over back here now. And then we got these 4 box cars. These doors look like refits. I don't think they probably were green originally, but then the doors got wore out, and so they had to replace them with those new red ones. Okay. we go. And let's push these onto this track. This siding number 2, it is. We're on the north end. There we go. Gotta have graffiti on the cars. I probably talked about it before. I don't understand why people want to do graffiti on train cars. I mean, I guess I understand their thinking in that more people will see it. But why do more people care? This one does not have any, at least on this side. It has escaped the taggers for the time being. Okay. Looks like that thing got released. Look at all the cars going up there. They got released from that level crossing. The old grade crossing was cleared. Okay. All right. So now, these cars and these cars will sit here until they're needed. These I'm going to pick up when Andrea leaves this place. But now what we got to do is we got to service Nordstrom Industries. The people who are interested in getting these I-beams. And it's a lot. It's 22 cars of I-beams. Somebody's building something big in this area. Here we go. Okay. Clear this signal here, or the switch. It's not a signal, it's a switch. Although there's a target on top of the switch that acts like a signal. In the sense it tells you whether it's normal or reversed. I know that was a reach. Okay, so now we're going to back this up. Okay, so we're going to go back this way now. Again, I've not had any rendering problems with 22. That's been a big plus. Got this. There's all the cars we set out there. We got this. Then we're going to come all the way down here. Throw this for the main line switch. It's a CTC switch. We're going to come back up this way. Another CTC switch right there. Across here. Across here. Then, yeah, we're going to have to go this way. And then this way. And then this way. And we'll keep it straight to avoid the flange friction. And then go this way. You know, is that going to be long enough to get it all on there? I think it will be. We'll have to wait and see. All right, you can kill his bell now. Let's get in a little bit closer on him here. And then we're going to have to ride the tail end here. Let's see how much further we have to go. Here we go. And those are those granaries there on the right. Those hoppers will be used. Eventually. But not in this episode. We will not be spotting those cars in this episode. Now, we're doing 15. Those cars are probably doing, what, 20 mile an hour? That seems slow. Although on other routes I have, the cars are going like speeds they should be going. It almost looks like they're little rockets or something going around. But when you look at them, like, oh, that's probably how fast they'd be going. Unlike on this map where the speeds are a bit slower. Maybe that yellow car in front's got some old folks in it. And they're driving slow. Or maybe they're just young folks who are unsure about driving, or They're middle-aged folks who just want to be careful. Either way, the person right behind them is probably not real happy. Looks like they only have 2 grain facilities out here. I'm looking at that track now because we can pull all the way up to here. I think we're going to be long enough to get this whole thing on there, right? Yeah, I think so. It's long, but it ain't that long. Taxis there waiting on the other side for people getting off the train. I probably said this before, but they don't do this anymore, right? This was like model train tracks to me. They don't really bring out tracks with the rails already attached to them, to the ties like this, right? I know some train companies now are going with the ribbon rails, real long rails they put down. But don't you put the ties down first and you nail the rails to the top of it? And I've even seen machines where they go along and they, like when they're replacing the sleepers, the railroad ties underneath, the machine will drag it out. Well, I even have to remove the rails, drag out one of them, push in another one, and the machine will hammer it down into place. But I just don't think they deliver tracks. At least not that I've seen. Not that I'm all-knowing or anything. But not that I've seen where they have the rails, like this stack here again now. The rails are already nailed to it. I know I'm pretty sure they deliver switches that way, right? It was already all put together. And you just lower it into place. I think they do this. I could be wrong. We'll see if anybody in the comments will hip me to it. There's Nordstrom, the blue building there on the right. We're coming, Nordstrom. Just be patient. These traffic lights switch back and forth. Got a green right there. That guy's got a red. You don't care. He ain't got time. He looked both ways and said, I'm going to take a left on a red. That's legal, right? It's not, by the way. If you're not from the United States, it's not. You can't take a left on a red. Lots of traffic on the freeway here. It's nice. Looks like we're entering the residential area of Dunford. I did switch this one, right? It's got a little ways to go yet. This is all about me right here. Just watching the scenery roll by. Occasionally getting hit in the head by about 3 or 4, or possibly 5 I-beams from the bridge. That's nice. The bridge supports. Now we got a green with a flashing red. What does that mean? Clear for 2 blocks? Yep. So we're good. We can back out onto the main here without any problems. We called the dispatcher and she gave us the okay. That's nice. First she said no, and I said, I'm trying to run a YouTube channel. And she goes, oh, is this Mikerowchip? I go, yes, it is. Then I had to convince her some more, and then finally she let us have the track. Here we go. All right, we go across a couple level crossings coming up. That's nice. All the switches should be thrown except for the CTC we're on top of right now. Nice. Stop it right there. There we go. Let's do this now. Click on this. Here we go. We service the right side of Dunford. Let's head over to the left. Under the freeway here. What freeway that is, I have no idea. Let's call it I-24. That seems about right. And I can see our first level crossing. There's even graffiti on the bridge. Is no place safe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, we're 6. We got smacked 6 times. What did I just press? Wrong button. No gates on this one. Just the crossbucks. Oh, I pressed the G key, didn't I? Because now it's in, there we go. It was in kilometers. I switched it back to mile per hour. It's still green. I don't think the lights cycle on the traffic there. There we are. Okay, now we're going to have to clear this switch right here. Yep. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to run out of track going the other way. I'm about 96.138% sure that we won't run out. Hear us hitting that frog. Okay. Slow it down just a bit. And bring it down to 5 miles an hour till we clear the switch. We're going to ride it on in. Okay, let's see how far up we went. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we're going to be responsible railroaders. We're going to come back here and set this back for the mainland. Or the mainland, I mean. The main line. Yeah, I'm not on a ship. All right, so here we go. Now we're going to back this thing in. We'll keep it at 10 miles an hour, I think. It's going to be tight quarters in there. We don't want to kill anybody. Speed limit's only 5, but we're gonna double that. Safety be darned. All right. Got a good clip going here. Doppler effect happening. All right, we're gonna back it up as far as we can here. Here we go. Oakley. Wow, right there ought to do it. How many we got in here now? Oh, wait, you know what? We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, looks like we can service 3 at a time. This one's not all the way in there, so the crane can't get to it. Where's the crane? I don't know. They store it somewhere. Okay. So we'll do that right here. And then we're going to get a wide view. Nice with the intermodal yard, just like that. Is this pretty good? This is pretty good. I like this shot. This is a nice shot to end the video on. Because we are in the butter zone, folks. That's it. I hope you had fun. I had a ton of fun. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that... I didn't think of what you didn't like the fact of. If you don't like the fact that I can't come up with a thing about what you don't like the fact of, well, this just may not be the channel for you.